Hey Joe fans, I'm JoeFan82 here with another action figure review. This time I'm looking at Big Lob, the 2017 incentive figure from the G.I. Joe Collectors Club. So that means if you were a member of the club in 2017, you received this figure in a poly bag, not on card, even though they do sell carded versions on the website. He is, of course, based on the character's appearance in the G.I. Joe animated movie from 1987, and I think they did a great job of capturing his likeness in action figure form. Let's take a closer look at this guy. His face is really nice, a very nice head sculpt. Captures that great funky hairdo from the character in the movie. His eyes are looking a little bit up. That's on the paint apps. That's a little weird. It would have been nice if they were a little bit lower, but it's not as bad as some other figures I've seen. He does have this strap going all the way around, and it's got a few grenades. He's got his red basketball jersey with the number 14 on it, and this belt that goes all the way around. We've seen this on plenty of other figures. And he's got sleeveless arms and green gloves on both hands with either a watch or a Fitbit or a Apple Watch on there on both wrists. And he has another belt sculpted on with a so the belt is the same color as the Web Gear belt, but he also has a gold belt buckle. Coming down, he's got green pants. Some knee pads sculpted in, and some brown boots. So in the animated movie, Big Lob was kind of scrawny. He was on the leaner side, and in order to really get that look for the figure, they would have had to do an all-new tooling for a figure, and that's just not in the club's budget. So they used what they had. I believe this is a roadblock upper body, and is kind of bulky. He's a big guy, but I think it works. I think it works for this guy. He doesn't look too bad. He looks like he could be a basketball player. He doesn't look too big. I will say he looks good from the front and from the back. From the profile, he does look a little funky when the neck meets the head, and that's kind of a syndrome we saw with the 25th anniversary figures. So that looks a little weird. So they got the look down pretty good. However, things kind of go south when we get to the articulation. I'll show you in a second. The head is good. He does a full 360 on the head. Up and down movement. He can look all around. The shoulders do a full 360. Come up about that far. Elbows. The elbow joints are tight on both arms, but they can do a full 90 degrees and a 360 on the wrist. He's got a joint there in the torso. His legs can come apart about that far if you need him to do a split. And here's where we get into trouble. These are the same legs that I believe we saw on Retaliation Roadblock. I could be mistaken. We definitely saw them on the Blue Bazooka that was released with the 50th anniversary. These are single jointed knees, not double jointed, so that's unfortunate. And he has no ankle articulation at all, so that's a bit disappointing, especially for a higher priced figure like this. And a sports figure, you're not going to be able to get any of those great sort of sports poses out of this guy, because you just can't do it without ankle articulation. So that is unfortunate. He loses some points for that. Let's look at his accessories. It comes with the figure stand. It has the G.I. Joe logo on the top, and it says codename Big Lob. He comes with this gun. It is a dark gray. I'm pretty sure this was used with other figures, but I don't know which ones off the top of my head. If you know, let me know in the comments. And one gray handgun. And he can hold the accessories pretty well. And here's a file card that he came with. It is not cut out. It came like this in the bag. It's got a black background. And it has some artwork here on the left. Not the best likeness. I think they would have been just as well to put an image from the movie on there instead of this, but that's just me. And it says G.I. Joe Reservist, codename Big Lob, file name Bradley J. Sanders, primary military specialty Infantry Grenadier, secondary military specialty Special Services, birthplace Chicago, Illinois, rank E4 Specialist. And the first paragraph says, Big Lob's outstanding physical prowess made him an athletic standout since elementary school. During high school, his strength, conditioning, speed, and all-around toughness helped him excel in 6 different sports. With college scholarships lined up upon graduation, he chose to enlist in the Army Reserves to serve his country, but still stay close to his hometown and family. Well, that was nice of him. Rumors of his outstanding sports prowess and record of precise distance grenade throws were quickly recognized by the G.I. Joe team. He joined under their Rawhides program, which allowed him the flexibility to only report for missions needing his specialized expertise. He is well liked by his teammates, except for his annoying habit of talking about himself in the third person and using sports metaphors on every subject. The next paragraph says the concept of throwing grenades goes back to the Greek fire used by the Byzantines and early gunpowder bombs developed by the Chinese in the Tang Dynasty. 13 centuries later, more advanced and specialized versions are still an integral part of a modern soldier's ordnance. Big Lob is exceptionally skilled at manually throwing hand grenades at specified targets and using his multi-shot grenade launcher for longer distances. He carries a full arsenal of high explosive, flechette, incendiary, chemical compounds, and even smoke grenades to accomplish any mission objective. That's interesting because I don't think the figure comes with all that stuff. He's got 3 grenades and 2 guns, so I don't know where he's getting all that stuff, but maybe it's en route to his location in the field or something. The quote on the bottom says, When Big Lob makes his move, he always shoots to score the big win. And I'm guessing that quote comes from Big Lob himself, since he likes to speak in the third person. For good measure, let's do a size comparison between Big Lob and some other figures. We've got 50th Anniversary Alpine over here and 50th Anniversary Blue Bazooka. And as you can see, he does have the same legs. And he's just about as tall as Bazooka is, but quite a bit taller than Alpine and most of the other G.I. Joe figures. So what are my overall thoughts on Big Lob? Let's start with the bad. His lower body has poor articulation. He loses big points for that. Especially with a sports-related guy, you want to put him in some dynamic poses, but you're just not going to be able to. The good points are that he bears a strong likeness to his counterpart in the animated movie from 1987. They did a great job with the head sculpt and the overall design of the figure. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I would give him a 7. If you find him for a good price, you might want to pick him up if you're a Big Lob fan. Otherwise, you might want to wait for a custom. Alright, that's going to do it for me for this video. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what you think about this figure in the comments. And also, I want to plug my Patreon account. If you feel like supporting this channel and what I'm doing, you can go ahead and do that on patreon.com/JoeFan82 for as little as $1 a month. You can go over there and check it out, see if that's something you'd be interested in. Alright, that's going to do it for me, guys. Thanks for watching again, and I'll see you next time. He comes with this gray gun. This is a dark gray. Whoa, 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 I dropped it.